What's smoking on my dragons, divine righteous, almighty greats, overachieving, never slacking. I am back, and we got why do Americans drive automatic transmission and Europeans don't? Now, I'm ready to learn something today because this is a topic that I don't know anything about. And one thing I love about when I get on the internet is learning something completely new and being able to share that information with not just everybody on YouTube, but with people in my personal life. You know, it's so much I learn on here that I go back and I'm like, hey, did you know that there's da 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 many castles? Did you know that such and such castle was, like just or just certain information. Did you know the Philippines was, it definitely expands your knowledge, right? So, with that being said, original link will be in the description, and let's get to it. Let's find out why.
I learned to drive with my mother's Mini, and when I turned 18, I went to get my driving licence. It was a manual transmission car, like 90% of all cars in Belgium, where I live. When I turned 20, my father said I should drive his car to the restaurant we were heading for my birthday dinner. It was an automatic transmission car. A whole new world opened to me. I don't have to shift gears anymore. My left leg is free. Wow! I didn't think about it too much, as I thought it was something additional, a luxury on a higher end car to have like the Mercedes that my father had. 6 months later, I found a company for my international internship in the land of opportunity. Okay, sorry about that.
That's hilarious because that's literally how it is. You know, America, you're gonna feel just it gets real rebellious and just wild. We're like the crazy brother to Europe, right? We're just always yelling and drinking and just all type of crazy stuff. So that was actually a pretty funny little slide he put in there, but it was actually pretty accurate, right?
My international internship in the land of opportunity. Okay, sorry about that. A buddy of mine and I rented a car for the first 2 weeks, and the only option available, automatic transmission. Well, okay, no problem. I drove it once, I thought, and we got it. Later on, we bought an old 1991 Toyota Celica GT with automatic transmission. Well, that's odd, we thought. An old car with automatic transmission? In my mind, I'm still associating automatic transition being for luxury cars, so I couldn't place it well. 1 month later, during my internship, my boss asks to get something and I could use his car. When he hands over the keys, he says, "Can you drive a manual transmission?" And I was like, "Yeah, of course, I've got my license." And then he responded, "But this is the States, man. Not everyone can drive it." It got me thinking, what does he mean? Are Americans bad drivers? When I arrived back in the office, I asked my colleagues what kind of transmission.
Well, that depends on what state you go to, because and you'll get different answers. That's for sure. You know, you might go to Pennsylvania and they may say, "Don't go to New York." You know, New York. Or you may go to New York. They say, "Watch out for them drivers in PA," or such and such, such and such. So that definitely depends on what state you in, because you're gonna get different answers from everybody. That's just the truth.
They have in their car, and all of them answered with automatic. I was shocked to hear it. And when I said, in Europe most of us drive manual transmission, one colleague responded, "Why would you? Automatic is easy. Why would anyone take the harder option?"
That's what they say, right? What they say, work smarter, not harder. So I think that's the blueprint or the mindset, I should say, that us Americans take with everything. You know, work smarter, not harder. But hey, let's dive in a little deeper and see how this unfolds.
I went away and did some research and found out the following information. In Europe, 80% of all new cars are manual transmissions, where in the States it's around 5%.
I wouldn't have known that. See what I mean by like that's just completely new information for me that I could share with people. I would have had no clue that 80% of manual transmission cars are in Europe and USA. That's no, I wouldn't have known that. No.
An automatic car is, generally speaking, 1,000 to 2,000 euros more expensive. The taxes on cars are very high, especially in West Europe and Scandinavian countries where taxes can be up to 150%. So getting an automatic over there is a huge amount of extra money you'd pay. In most European countries, you pay an additional tax on the engine size and horsepower, which pushes the manufacturers into the smaller and lighter cars section, like an Audi A1 3-cylinder 1 litre, where in the US people tend to get 3 litre V6 or V8 engines. Automatic transmission is heavier than manual, making your car weigh more, which causes more fuel consumption, which is a big no-no for Europeans because the gas prices are significantly higher there. For example, in the US, a litre, where 1 litre is 0.264 gallons of gasoline, is about 0.81 USD. In Belgium, it's 1.62, UK it's 1.64, and Italy it's 1.84. Driving a manual car is harder, and you need to regulate the clutch properly, or you will consume more fuel, which in proportion gets higher if you drive a V6 or V8 US.
I love how he's breaking this down though. Like, hopefully this has been shown in like in schools. This video, because it's always good to have that understanding, so that some of these young geniuses, as they get older, maybe they could come up with a solution and make things easier, right? So hopefully these videos be shown in schools and junior highs and all that good stuff, because he's definitely breaking a lot down. He's for sure.
Car instead of a V4 Euro car. The maintenance and repair costs of automatic cars are also higher compared with the manual. Europe has a dynamic topography. The continent is dominated by narrower roads, hilly areas, crowded cities and bumpy terrains. Driving through the roads of Europe thus calls for ultimate driving experience with manual transmissions.
I mean, there's so much in the US, so many places that are built, especially in the Northeast where I'm from, that are built just like Europe. Just like, that's how I feel. At least I mean, look at some of the names of the towns. They were built with Europe in mind. So I definitely feel like it's very similar when it comes to that. um I do feel like it's similar for sure,
Moving
because you definitely gonna get every type of terrain uh out here in the Northeast. I could tell you that much.
the gears up and down is more common when driving through the countryside area, hence manual offers seamless acceleration around the corners. To summarise, the differences are mostly economical and geographical reasons, not really the way how people like to drive. What do you think will happen in the future? Will the trend keep on going, or will we see a change because of electrical vehicles? Let me know in the comments, and if you liked the video, please drop a like, and if you disliked it, then drop a dislike.
So that was an amazing video, amazing breakdown. I'm gonna kind of take it a little somewhere else with with my answer to his question about what do I think is gonna happen in the future. My prediction with so much, I guess you could say, conspiracies in America. Um, I feel like people are gonna go more manual. I feel this is actually kind of a difficult question when I think about people, and because I start thinking about all the people I know. Uh, it's gonna. I feel like it's gonna be a little war with that, but I do think a lot of people are going to start to go back to manual, because of, like I said, we could say conspiracies. Like if you've seen the movie Leave the World Behind, where all those electric cars were kind of like, they were controlled, and then there's all this talk about electric cars being, they could just turn it off and control them, and the companies. So it's like I do feel like, with that being, I do feel like more people are gonna want to go. Are gonna want to get stray away from electric, is what I'm trying to say. Stray away from electric cars. So I'm kind of taking it a little somewhere else. But overall, I think it's important to know how to drive both. I'm always for knowledge. I feel like people should know as much as possible, just in case, because everything has its pros and cons. Like when I see videos like this, automatic transmission and manual, like all I think about is, why not know both, right? I'm the type of person, I would get one of each. Let me get one car, like let me get it, and just switch it up. That's just me, because everything has its pros and cons. It's like vanilla chocolate, like Reese's and or Almond Joy and Snicker. Like I just feel like there's so many pros and cons. Like there's these topics could get so debatable, because then there's people that are like, electric cars and just electric period, it's better for the environment, and and then it's just, like I said, it's so much to debate about, so much. But I'm not sure if I'm not sure where this person's been that made the video in the U.S. I might have missed what he said, but I know, like, if you driving through New York City, Westchester, PA, I mean, just you're gonna go through so much different terrains, and it's gonna be like, I just see so many pros and cons with both. I really do. I'm sorry, guys. I do. This is very debatable. So I'm gonna leave it to the comments. You guys tell me what you think in the comments about this video. If I was a teacher, I would definitely show this to kids, and I would sit back and really see what how their young minds take to this, and the amazing answers they would have to say. Obviously, what costs and things like that he was breaking down, that's something to be talked about for sure. We also, in America right now, like I said, we like to work smarter, not harder. So there's a lot of people who just want whatever feels like the easiest option is, but at the same time, easiest isn't always best. That's why I say it's just so debatable. But with that being said, original link in the description, and I'll be waiting for y'all comments, because I'm interested to hear what y'all have to say. With that being said, if you want more videos like this, hit that like, that subscribe, and that notification bell. Enjoy your day today. And whether you have automatic transmission or manual, do me a favor, please. Drive safe. Be safe on those roads. Much love.